It has been a minute. It has been a minute. I am not good at YouTube. I have been so busy applying to college for musical theater. I applied to 18 schools, which means I had like 2 applications for every school, almost every school, so that turned out to be like 32 applications, so I have been slammed, but I made all the deadlines, everything is in. So I'm finally done and can breathe and just wait for the callbacks to hopefully come in if I'm good enough. This is my second coffee. It's decaf, so that's not much better. Today I am going to be making a video showing my language journal. It says, languages, please don't be blurry. So without any further ado, let us go and jump into my notebook. So first off, on the first page, we have Marina's language journal. This has all the languages that I have in here: ASL, Spanish, Portuguese, Italian. Also, I spelled Portuguese wrong. It looks like Beetlejuice. Portuguese. I don't have a lot of Spanish in here because Spanish is the language that I'm most proficient in, so I don't really need to write like the conjugations and tenses and all that stuff because I already know all that, so I just write down new vocab that I get from reading books in Spanish. For every single language, I write down rules and tips, conjugations and pronouns, accent tips, speaking tips, and vocab, so just like by category, like food and house and dogs, pets. So for American Sign Language, I have rules and tips. I have all these little stuff. You can go and pause the video if you want to see, but I'm not going to go through like every single language in depth. I'm just going to go through like the organization of my notebook. So I have the conjugations, which obviously does not exist in sign language. Just point here or there or here or there, or it's more complicated than that, obviously. I have all this, tips and others, and I have vocabulary. I have stuff from Switched at Birth, which is a TV show that has American Sign Language, and I highly recommend. Signs I've just picked up because I watch videos of interpreters sometimes just to practice. I have like family, blah blah blah. So each of the words that are highlighted in yellow are words that I think are particularly useful or like very common. And yeah, so now that we move on to... Okay, let's move on to a language that is actually written. So Portuguese, Brazilian. I'm learning Brazilian Portuguese, not from Portugal. It's too late for... I wrote down irregulars, which is basically the same as Spanish. That means that irregular verbs are not conjugated like typical verbs, so they have like maybe stem changes, or they add like a G in there, or yeah, they're just irregular. So conjugations, you know, I, you, he, she, blah, blah, blah. And I have possessive, so my, yours, hers, his, ours, theirs, that's possessive. Possessive. I have the present, and I just have them for AR, ER, and IR stems. I have the preterite, which is simple past tense, and perfect, which is another past tense. The subjunctive, I hate it, but I secretly love it because it's really satisfying when you use it. I have the triggers, so like what phrases trigger the subjunctives. And then I just go right to the vocab, which is like food, numbers, family, people, body, like descriptions. And like I said before, anything in green is just like little tips. So the word for 20 is 20 in Portuguese, but it's kind of written like 20, so I just wrote like 20 to know how to properly pronounce it. I leave a lot of space for vocab because I hope to learn a lot more in Portuguese. Then for Italian, this is actually a new language I'm learning, so I'm very excited to announce that I am learning Italian. So Italian, same old. I have pronouns, rules and tips. Tips and other is just like anything else I have to say about the language. And then I have just 3 conjugations for this because I am a very, very beginner in Italian, but can say buongiorno, tutto bene? Io sono una ragazza. Io mangio una mela. That's about it. So since I am an ultra beginner in Italian and I really don't have any background, I just wrote down like infinitive common verbs. Anything with a star is irregular, and then common words and phrases like hello, sorry, good morning, what, who, when, you know, stuff like that. And then this is pretty much the same. I just have colors, numbers, days of the week, food, and that is about all I have. And then, like I said, I am reading Harry Potter in Spanish. I am on the 4th book, and it's really good, and I pick up a lot of words from it. So I have all the verbs here, no nouns, it's too bad the back wheel's broken, and I have the adjectives. No, but don't hit red lights. So I'm really interested in linguistics, which is actually like the study of like speaking the language. I've been recently looking up some lectures on YouTube and just taking notes on this because I may want to potentially minor in linguistics in college because I find it so interesting. So yeah, I have a lot of stuff about phonetics, phonology, morphology. I can link the video like series that I use. It's by Fingtom Languages. He's really good and he has a degree in linguistics, so I would definitely recommend you check that out, and I just love learning about this stuff. And that is all for my language notebook. You can like, can you like hear it? Yeah, that is pretty much it for my language notebook. Let me know if you have any questions, comments, concerns in the comment section down below. And of course, I will respond. I hope you guys found this video helpful, and please let me know if you incorporate any of these things into your language learning routine. That is all I have, and I will see you in the next video, which will hopefully be very soon. I still don't know what my niche is. It's like languages and theater. Can I make that a thing? Theater and languages. Languages. You heard it here. Marina Jansen. Languages. Over and out. That was a bad idea. Everyone is so in love. It's why we're all doing nothing. I wanted it to be like a mic drop.